Hello everyone, welcome back to the next video. In this video I will show you how to integrate FFmpeg with C++ in React Native's new architecture using JSI. So we will be not using JNI. JNI is Java native interface where we have to communicate via Kotlin or Java, but we will be directly communicating between JavaScript or TypeScript with C++ using JSI. Now I am following this particular documentation, so we will be just referring this documentation. The actual code will be lot different. Second important thing which I want to tell you is, at the time of me recording this video, the current latest version of React Native is React Native 0.79, so that's what I'm using. So, and also this video is specifically for Android only, because compiling FFmpeg with C++ for iOS is very difficult. Like, I don't have that kind of knowledge. Also, I want to make it very clear at the start of the video, I'm not an expert in C++. Even I have used ChatGPT and AI to help me with this particular flow. Now even ChatGPT and AI trips up with a lot of this stuff, like they don't even have up-to-date knowledge, given that React Native is changing every now and then with each and every release. And they might suggest you to use something like FFmpeg kit, but do not use FFmpeg kit because it has been deprecated or archived for a while now. So yeah, it's up to you. That's why I'm using C++, which is the proper choice if you don't want to fall behind. Anyways, let's go over here. So this is let's first we need to create a React Native project, right? Like I said, I'm using React Native 79, so we don't need to pass the version number. Whatever is the latest version, it will take that particular version. So I'll just copy this particular command, then I'll just go back to my terminal, and inside my workspace directory I will just paste this command. I'll just change the app name to RN app. You can name it whatever you feel like. So this will create the project for us, so let it do its thing. In the meantime, what you need to do is you will have to go to this particular repository. Now this is not the official FFmpeg repository. This is a repository created by this guy in Java. Not sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, but what this guy has done is that he has created build script to compile FFmpeg for Android, and this guy is making sure that he is properly updating it every time there is a new major version of FFmpeg released. So at the time of me recording this video, the current version of FFmpeg is 7.1, which is properly like updated for this particular library. So you just need to clone this particular repository. I have already cloned it. So as you can see over here you can see I have already cloned it. Now the next thing is, let's here you can see React Native is asking me, do I need to install CocoaPods? I'll just say no, because we are only worried about Android, not about iOS. So next is you will have to cd to the FFmpeg Android maker repository, which you have downloaded it from here, and this is just a cheat sheet which I have created. So you need to run this particular command, /ffmpeg-android-maker.sh. so just paste this command. Now I have already ran this command. This command takes a lot of time to run and build FFmpeg for Android. It might take up to half an hour to 1 hour if your device or system is extremely fast with proper RAM, and if you are using M4 Mac, something like that, you might finish it within 10 to 15 minutes, but it does take little bit of time. So be patient, let it run. Like I said, I have already ran it, so I won't run it again. So I'll just remove this. Okay, now if after running this command you are getting this particular kind of an issue, Android SDK home environment isn't defined, I am on a Mac, so I need to run this command. So I'll just remove this comments. It is not a comment. Okay, you will have to run all these commands one by one. So this is for Mac. I'm not sure about for Windows. You can just do a Google search. This is just a normal issue which a lot of people face. So just a quick Google search will give you the proper result on how to set the Android SDK home if you are working on Windows. Okay, if you are not getting error, then that's fine. Once this command ffmpeg android maker.sh has finished running, inside your ffmpeg android maker master you should see an output folder. Inside you should see two subfolders, include as well as lib, and include have all these different Android architecture, same lib has all these different Android architectures. So that's the output which we want. Once that is done, I'll just remove my cheat sheet. Okay, and I'll just open my React Native application. So this is my React Native application, and here also I will just cd to my React Native application RN app. I'll clear everything out. Okay, next we will be following the documentation, cross-platform native module documentation. So first it says that we need to create a specs folder, so I'll just create a specs folder over here inside the root of our React Native project. Next it tells us that we need to create a TypeScript file, but you can name it whatever you feel like, but the important thing to note is the name of the file should start with the word native, otherwise it won't be able to do code generation for your particular TypeScript file. So that is very important. Here inside the specs folder I'll just create one file, native ffmpeg module.ts. If you are doing this for the very first time, it's better you follow what I'm doing. Also follow the naming conventions, because this naming conventions, the same file name will be used in lot other places as well, so it's better you follow what I'm doing. Then I'll just paste some code. Again, I have copy pasted this code from the documentation itself. If you see over here, here they are just reversing one string. Here I have added two methods. One is to get the ffmpeg version, which is 7.1 at the time of me recording this video, so it will fetch that from the libraries which we will add, which we have compiled for Android, right? And second is to get the video metadata. Specifically we will be getting the duration of the video, just to show you that our C++ code is working perfectly fine. Now instead of getting this normal video metadata, you can do any, like whatever comes to your mind with ffmpeg, like trim a video, or I don't know, apply some kind of filters or subtitle embedding, those kind of stuff also you can do. It's up to you what you want to do. Also this is important, this should be the name of the TypeScript file which you have given over here. Okay, so basically I've just copied this from the documentation. Next we just have to scroll down, and here we, inside our package.json file, we just need to copy paste this particular bit of code. So I'll just copy this. I'll just go to my package.json over here and I'll just paste it over here. Command S to save. And given that we have changed the package.json, I'll just do npm install as well, just to be on the safer side. Okay, then we need to write some native code. So here it is saying that inside the shared folder, at the same level as the Android and iOS, inside the shared folder, so first we need to create a shared folder, and inside that we need to create a header file as well as a C++ file. So I'll just come over here and I'll create one folder name shared. Then let's create the header. The header file name is the same what we have given it for our TypeScript file, so I will just name it as native ffmpeg module.h, and I will just paste some code, and then I'll try to explain you as much as I can. So first, this, I think the first, these three things I have just like this first four things, sorry, just copied it from the documentation. Okay, then these two things are required by ffmpeg because we are getting the video metadata as well as the ffmpeg version, right? So that's why we need to import this particular thing. We have written this extern C because ffmpeg is primarily written in C language, but we are using this inside C++, that's why we have to do this. Then again, this I have copied it from docs. This also I have copied it from docs. So if you see over here, this all thing, this public as well, and this all thing as well, only the method name has been changed and the input parameter has been changed, and this file name also has been changed over here. So here is our method get ffmpeg version, and this is the second method get video metadata. So here we have these two methods. Okay, and the input also has been changed, rest everything remains the same. Next again, I'll just copy this name, and we need to create a C++ file as well inside the shared folder. So I will just create one .cpp file as well. The C++ file, I'll just paste this particular bit of code. Now like I said, even I'm not good at this, so first here we import our header file. Then this is logs as well as sh string, which I have copied it from the some of it has been copied from documentation, and some of it I have just asked AI. So this I have copied it from the documentation. Only thing is this particular thing is my own file name. Again, this is our method name, so we are overriding it, and this is how we return the version of ffmpeg. So this is the C++ code. Here is our second method get video metadata. Like again, I said I'm not good at C++, so I have just copy pasted this code from AI. So yeah, feel free to again, like I said, even AI gets confused. Like if you ask ChatGPT, you will have to ask it again and again till it tries to completely understand what you are trying to do. It will trip up, It's not as simple as just give me some FFmpeg C++ code for React Native. It will trip up for sure. But yeah, I wasted a lot of my time on this. Hopefully you don't have to. Again, this first we open our input file by passing the file path, then we get a stream out of it. Then we close the input. If we don't have the stream, then we get the duration. If the duration is equal to this, then we assign the duration as 0. Here we cast our duration to double, and then we just send all this data back to React Native side. So hopefully you got the point. Okay, next let's come over here again. So we have already done with this, we are done with this as well. Then we need to register our module. So it is telling us to create a cmake list.txt file. So first we need to create this JNI folder. So what we need to do is we need to go to Android app src main, and here we need to create the JNI folder, right? Then we need to create a cmake list.txt file. So I'll just copy this and I'll paste it over here. Now here comes the tricky part of cmake version number. Do not copy this version number blindly. Things will break if you just copy it. What you need to do is you will have to open Android Studio. Again, I'm using the latest version of Android Studio at the time of me recording this video, which is Android Studio Meerkat. But yeah, you can use whatever is the latest. Then you will have to click on this open button. Go where your project is located. So here is my project, and I'll have to go to the Android folder, and I'll just click on open. Now it will do all the Gradle syncing stuff, which is fine. Let it do its thing. Then you have to go to Android Studio settings of Android Studio. Then you will have to go to language and frameworks. You will have to go to Android SDK. Here you will have to go to SDK tools. Okay, I'll just scroll down, and here you will have to install one NDK. You can install whatever is the latest version. I have installed it long time back. You only need one version, so whatever is the latest. Do not install this RC one, like install the latest one, like 28 at the time. I think by the time you watch it, 29 might also become stable. So yeah, use the latest one. Do not install the RC one. So I already have few of this. Again, you only need to install one, so that's important. Next is if you scroll down, here is cmake. As you can see, I'm using this version of cmake. It's not necessary you also use this version of cmake. You can use the latest version, but whatever latest version you use, do remember the version number, because this needs to be referenced in the cmake file. So yeah, I will be referencing 3.22.1. so I'll just close this. Again, for now, let Android Studio do the Gradle syncing. Let's come back to VS Code, and here we'll write some code. Okay, so inside cmake list.txt, I'll just paste this particular bit of code. So here, like I said, this is my cmake version which I'm using. This project name, you can give it as app modules. I think this should be fine. This I have just copied it from the documentation. Next we need to set the FFmpeg directory as well. So we need to copy the output folder which we have created from FFmpeg Android Maker, right? So first I need to create this folder, and here you can see it is one level above the current cmake file. So here I need to create it inside the main folder. So I'll just create it inside the main folder and not inside the JNI folder. Then I can just go to the FFmpeg Android Maker. I'll just copy, like drag and drop this output folder inside FFmpeg Android Maker folder. Okay, so here you should see something like this output, and it should have the include folder as well as the lib folder. So here we just get the current source directory which is over here, and we navigate to the FFmpeg Android Maker by doing this // then we get the output folder out of it. Then we also need to get the libs. So we just use this FFmpeg directory variable which we have created. Then we go to lib folder, and what does this Android ABI means? It means that there are various different architectures of Android available. That's why we are using this particular variable over here. Then we include all the directories which are inside the include folder as well. Then if you see, we are setting the FFmpeg libs name. So there are, if you see any of the architecture, it has this AV codec, AV device, AV filter, AV format, AV util, HW resample, HW skill. So that all things I am including over here. Now for simple like we are just fetching the video metadata, right? So for simple things you don't require all these libraries, but I have just added it just to be on the safer side. Then we are just looping over all these architectures and just adding each one of the libraries inside our library and setting the target properties as well. So here we have this .so files. If you see, that's why we are doing this kind of stuff. Again, I'm not an expert in CMake. Whatever I have understood, I'm explaining it to you. Then we have to also set the target source as well. Again, I think this is part of this documentation over here, as well as this target include directories. So yeah, this I have just copied it. Only this thing is you need to change this file name over here, and we also need to add this for FFmpeg, this target link libraries as well. So that's what I have done over here. Okay, next we need to add this particular bit of code inside our build.gradle file. So I'll just copy this. You don't require all this plus plus plus. This is just an indication that this is a new code that has been added. So go to app, build.gradle over here, just scroll down, and inside after build types you need to paste this particular bit of code, and I'll just remove this plus from everywhere. Okay, so this looks good. Just add this. I'll just do command S to save. Okay, then what we need to do is we need to go to this JNI folder, right? So I'll just copy this particular path, and I'm already inside my React Native application, so I'll just paste this particular path. So I'm inside JNI. Then we need to copy this particular command. It will create one file for us, so I'll just copy this. Now don't just directly execute it. Here you can see the React Native version is 76, but like I said, I'm not using React Native 76, I'm using React Native 79. So you need to change the version number. So I think I'm using React Native 79.1. let's see, let's go to package.json, and here you can see I'm using React Native 79.1. that's why I'm using that version over here, and just press enter. So it creates one file for us. If you go to the JNI folder, here you can see it creates this OnLoad.cpp file. So first, if you come over here again, first it tells us to add this particular bit of code, this header file after this, but in our case the file name is different, right? It is what, native FFmpeg. So I'll just copy this name, I'll go to OnLoad.cpp and I'll paste it over here. Then again it tells us to copy this particular bit of code. So again I'll just copy this, and where is it, after, so in JS invoker, okay, so here it is. So again I'll just comment this out, but again instead of this we need to use native FFmpeg module. Okay, so again I'll just copy this. I'll come back to onload.c, I'll paste it over here, and I'll paste it over here. I'll command S to save it as well. Okay, so this is done. So iOS we are not worried about, so ignore all the iOS steps. Now let's see how to use it inside our app.tsx. So let's just go to app.tsx over here. First I'll just remove this unnecessary code which is present by default. I don't need this section. Okay, I don't need all this scroll view as well. I'll just remove, and status bar also I don't need. I'll just remove everything. I don't require all this styles as well, so I'll just remove. I don't require all this comments and safe padding as well. I'll just remove. Okay, alright, so I have written down all the code which is necessary. So first one is we need to import FFmpeg module from our specs folder. Next is we need to also install React Native image picker. So I have not installed it, so I'll quickly install. Again I'll just cd back to the root of our React Native project. Okay, then I can just run npm install React Native image picker, so it will install the library. This is for picking videos. Okay, then if you just scroll down, here you can see I have just taken one state for data, so this will actually contain all the video metadata details. And as soon as our app is launched, I'm immediately calling this ffmpeg module.get ffmpeg version. This will actually give us the version for us. Then I have created one touchable opacity as well. So on press of it, we just launch the video picker. Once the user picks a video, we just do ffmpeg module.get video metadata. We get the URI of the picked video and just send it to this particular method, and it will give us all the data, and I just set it to this particular variable. And once we have it, we just display it inside this particular text element. So yeah, that's it. Let me try to run this application, see if there is any issue, and let's get back to you. Like I was saying, again, I like when I was trying to run the application, I'm facing this particular issue. Now this particular issue is because, like I said, I'm using latest version of Android Studio, which is Meerkat, which automatically uses JDK 21, but for React Native it requires JDK 17. So I will just go to Android Studio. If you don't face this issue, you don't have to make these changes. Go to settings, go to build execution deployment, go to build tools, go to Gradle, and here I just have to change it to Java 17. Then click on apply. Okay, then click on OK, and then I'll just do a Gradle sync again. This is very important. Make sure you click on this elephant icon and it will do the Gradle sync for you. Once Gradle sync is done, then I'll try to rerun my application and show you guys the output. Okay guys, so here is the output. So as you can see, for the first text I'm getting 7.1.1, which is the latest version of FFmpeg at the time of me recording this video. Then I have this button called pick video, so I'll just click on it. It will open the video picker for me. I'll just select the last video, which is 15-second long. Also I'm mirroring my device, so the output is little laggy, just bear with me over here. So if I just select 15-second long video, here you can see duration 15 seconds long almost. So yeah, that's how it is working. I'll just select one more video just to show off. I'll click on pick video. I'll select the first video, which is 4 minutes 16 seconds long, so it should be almost 256 seconds. I'll just select that. Here you can see 256.533 seconds. So yeah, hopefully you got the point. That's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.